is going to finish first, and he'll finish on the left lane.
Here he is, the brand new Chris Schenkel PBA Player of the Year, as voted by the membership of the Professional Bowlers Association, the Australian two-hander Jason Belmonte. Opening shot, title match. Perfect shot. Jason Belmonte beat Wes Malott for his major title at the Masters.
Well, he was just spectacular on this day, and I think the thing that really stood out to me the most was his position and balance at the foul line, how steady his head was. It just helped him to repeat shots and make great shots and reach his first major victory.
Belmonte working on the strike now, second frame. First crack at the left lane. Skates a little wide, avoids the 210, just a 10 pin.
Take that.
It'll be interesting to see just how much Jason Belmonte's rev rate influences this oil pattern and how it affects Wes Malott's reaction. Pretty fortunate here, though. That ball comes in light. That could have been a 2-8-10 very easily. Instead, it's just the 10 pin.
Same style for Belmonte, cross lane at the 10 pin. His spare game is actually
throwing pins around like they were made out of balsa wood.
Belmonte up third frame. He says, physics say my ball hits harder. I've worked to repeat at any speed with any release. 246 average, qualifying as the tournament leader.
Well, remember we talked about it at the top of the show, and is this guy the best player on tour? And I believe that he is unbeatable based on the gift that he has with his two-handed style. The power is unmatched. And when he's repeating shots, meaning when he's getting from the start of the approach to the foul line on a consistent basis, and his accuracy is at a premium, his release is going to be very consistent. And when that happens, I don't believe anybody can beat him on this tour.
Belmonte has 3 keys to repetition. Look for the ball movement in the swing, his foot speed, and the balance at the line. Fourth frame, looking to double. Kicks the 10 out double for Jason Belmonte.
You know, the one thing that we forgot to mention was that because of the amount of power, it creates a tremendous amount of pin carry. He's got the highest striking percentage on tour. Nobody out carries this guy. When his ball hits the pins, they have no chance. So when you're throwing it at the head pin or at the 1-3 pocket, and your carry percentage is 90% when your ball gets there.
Jason Belmonte, he says he strives to dominate. I want to leave a legacy like Mark Roth did. I want to be in that class. Earned his first PBA Player of the Year award, looking to add another major title to his resume. Fifth frame.
This guy's been dominating the majors as of late. 7 out of the last 8 telecasts he's been on. Finished second at this, or last year's U.S. Open. As you take a look at his arsenal, throwing an uproar. Led this tournament by a ton. Led the U.S. Open by a ton. Won the Masters. Lost to Pete Weber at the Tournament of Champions last year. Like I said, when this guy gets it going, and when he's in full stride, this guy is unbeatable. The only chance you have is beating this guy in a 1-game match, but over 49 games, forget it.
Fourth pin.
Good shot.
The one key that Jason Belmonte did tell me that he had to maintain was the proper ball speed. His tendency is to get fast and overthrow it, which is very common with a two-handed bowler. Their feet have to get moving so fast to create ball speed. Sometimes he can overcook it. That was interesting.
Stuck on the natural surface. It's a natural wood approach with the synthetic lane combination. Here's another look.
Easy. No foul. And he converted the 4 pin, so no harm, no foul. On that left lane. Right lane looks pretty good for him right now. Belmonte taking lots of time. This guy been in the pocket every shot. 10 pin in the second, 4 pin in the sixth.
Shakes up the rack, just a bit wide, but blows out the 4-pin.
Jason Belmonte's going to take a re-rack on the left lane. Let's take a look at his pin carry. Remember, I talked about it earlier about all that power and the tremendous strike percentage, carry percentage. I mean, that ball barely catches a piece of the head pin, and it doesn't matter. So much force and power going through those pins that they just don't stand a chance against Jason Belmonte.
Cheers, boys.
Mass times acceleration is the simple math, and this man, Jason Belmonte, creates more of it than anyone.
Mike, I was told there would be no math.
Always math in bowling. Title match, Belmonte toes the line.
Look out.
Oh, almost
Wow.
a 2-8-10, just a 10.
Big time break right there. That ball scoots off the end of the pattern. I talked about how Belmonte has to maintain proper ball speed. This is a little too firm. Comes off the end of the pattern. The ball does not grip the lane, and it was almost devastation. Huge break, tripping out the 2-8 late. Huge.
Picks up the 10-pin and a spare for Belmonte. Foundation frame working on the spare. Same max, 239. He strikes, and we have the possibility of a tie.
A little softer speed. The ball checked up off the end of the pattern and finished flush. Got to be very careful with this next shot. I'm still curious as to why he chose to finish on this left lane. Maybe he wanted Malott to sit and wait. Who knows? Maybe he really likes his reaction on that left lane and hasn't made the shots necessary. The last 2 times on the left lane, he went high for a 4-pin. The last shot on the left lane, almost disaster, tripping out the 2-8, only leaving the 10.
High, 6-10.
Well, a lot of times a player will overcompensate based on the last shot. Remember, he went light, almost leaving the 2-8-10 split. This time gets a little too soft. This ball overreacts. Looks like it was a bit farther right as well. And again, through the nose, leaving the 6-10. Another nice break, not leaving the split. He has opened the door wide open for Wes Malott. Almost chopped the 6-10.
Re-rack.
He's going to take a re-rack. He's going to let Malott sit a bit.
Mate.
With a strike here, he will force Wes Malott to strike on the first ball in the 10th frame to win. If Wes doesn't,
Come on, mate.
Belmonte can still win. The strike here is 219. 9, 218. We have a possibility of a tie.
Get this one.
Finish.
First frame.
Much better shot. Wasn't near as far right. Proper speed and a great result. Now, Wes Malott gets up in the 10th frame seeking.
Disappointment for Wes. The match was his, but Belmonte prevails.
Thank you, Storm, Barbasol, PBA, my family back home.
We'll talk to Jason Belmonte, Tournament of Champions winner, when we return to Thunderbolt Lanes. Jason Belmonte, 219 to 218, the final in the 2014 Barbasol PBA Tournament of Champions, and it came down to this 10th frame.
Jason Belmonte could have struck out and forced Wes Malott to do the same, but instead he throws a bad shot, goes through the nose. But his fill shot was just as important when he struck. Wes Malott needs all 10. Poor shot, gets 9, loses by 1.
Wes Malott had it in his hands and it slipped through his fingers. Kimberly Pressler standing by with Jason Belmonte. Kimberly.
Jason, it came right down to the wire. What was going through your mind while you had to sit there and watch Wes in that last frame?
Look, I thought he was lucky that entire game, and he outbowled me. And I was...
Mate.
Your first ever win of the Tournament of Champions.
I did say that if I won, I was going to shave with Barbasol cream, so...
There you go. It looks good on you. Congratulations.
Anybody got a razor? Who's got a razor? Bill O'Neill, this is not over. This is far from over, Bill O'Neill.
Congratulations, Jason Belmonte. He earned that shave. Coming up next Sunday at 4 Eastern, it's the PBA Super Clash. The last 2 PBA Players of the Year, Sean Rash and Jason Belmonte, do battle. 3 games, total pins. Immediately following on Super Bowl Sunday, the CP3 PBA Remix. Next Sunday, 5:30 Eastern on ESPN. 4 major titleists and Dan McClellan did battle. Wes Malott had potential victory in his hands, and Jason Belmonte is your Barbasol PBA Tournament of Champions winner. For Randy Peterson and Kimberly Pressler, this is Mike Jakubowski. Congratulations to Jason Belmonte.